Mike here, time once again for another Patreon video. My turn to do something, and I was struggling to try to find something to do for a video, so I thought I'd talk about one of my favorite horror comics of all time. It is a zombie book, and it's written by Robert Kirkman. No, it's not The Walking Dead. I'm talking about Marvel Zombies. Combines two of my favorite things, horror and superheroes. So, what is Marvel Zombies, you wonder? Those out there maybe wonder what it is. Marvel Zombies started off as a 5-part miniseries that was published by Marvel Comics in 2005-2006. Written by Walking Dead's Robert Kirkman, art by Sean Phillips, and covers by Arthur Sudam. Now, that's a trio. That's like a great group right there. I love Sean Phillips' art, the way he does zombies, and the look of this book. I'll get into more of that. I like Robert Kirkman as a writer. Walking Dead was always a really good book, and Invincible is a really good book. But man, oh man. One of my favorite artists ever now is Arthur Sudam. I love his amazing painting zombie art, and what's cool about it is like they're always kind of in parody form, like satirizing another famous cover. And I've got some prints of some of his stuff that satirizes other forms of art, not just Marvel comic book covers. But like the backside here is a very cool rendition of the Todd McFarlane cover for Spider-Man #1. So I love his covers. As a matter of fact, there was a time there at the height of his cover work that it didn't matter what was going on the inside of the book. If it had one of his covers, I bought it. I was one of those suckers because there was a time for like a good year they did a ton of different covers of zombie-like covers on different Marvel books that didn't even have anything to do with Marvel Zombies. Now, the storyline for the miniseries and the whole Marvel Zombies thing in general is a spun-off story from the Ultimate Fantastic Four book, where the Ultimates Reed Richards discovers an alternate universe where all the superheroes and supervillains are zombies. So what had happened is like he had made contact with another Reed Richards from another universe, and invited his Fantastic Four to come over to that universe. Little did the Ultimates Reed Richards know that it was the zombie version of Reed Richards from the zombie universe that tricked Ultimate Reed Richards into opening the portal to the zombie universe. And it was a really cool story. I'm not the biggest fan of the Ultimates universe books. I mean, it derailed really fast, unfortunately. But there was some good stuff in there, and that was one of the better stories because it was a great pull the rug underneath the audience kind of thing, because up to that point we were all believing that the Ultimates universe was going to be meeting the regular Marvel universe, and that's who this Reed Richards was contacting, and then boom, big surprise when the portal opens and there's a whole zombified version of the Fantastic Four. So this miniseries takes place in that reality where humanity is all but extinct. There's just little pockets of humans here and there, including like Black Panther's still around. Magneto is still around, but not for long in the beginning of the book, and then a few, other like mutants and humans here and there. And so the zombie superheroes have, like completely taken over this, apocalyptic future, or I guess present here. And they're kind of getting desperate for food. They're running out of food. And the thing with the zombies in this universe is that they are always super hungry, super hungry. And the other thing is with the zombies in this universe, they retain all of their intellect, all their memories, and all their powers. But yet now they're like evil versions because the hunger has driven them so mad. Um, I love this miniseries. I've got the hardbound of it edition. I don't have the single regular issues when they came out because I kind of came into Marvel Zombies later. But it's dark. It's sick in parts. One of my favorite parts, if I can find it here, is when the Incredible Hulk eats. Who does he eat? It's probably when they eat Magneto, I think. Let me check. Oh yeah, just this. Well, first of all, there's this whole page here of just like no words. It's just the different zombies just mowing down on Magneto, and it's gross, but not overly exploitive because I love how the use of shadows in this whole book, and how like a lot of the gut ripping and stuff like that, and the chewing is really silhouetted um, uh, with hints of red throughout. So yeah, so like Incredible Hulk zombie, um, he eats, and when he eats, he calms down because the hunger subsides for a while. And when the Hulk calms down, we all know what happens. He turns into Bruce Banner, and when he turns into Bruce Banner, he's obviously much smaller than he was when he when he was the Hulk. And the Hulk has a much bigger appetite, bigger stomach. So when he's Bruce Banner, he's like overly full to the point where his stomach erupts. It like bursts open. And I think that's cool. I like how they play with a lot of the Marvel tropes and powers and whatnot, and yet turn into this zombie thing. But yeah, and there's like no hope. There's no hope for the future or anything like that. There's no defeating these zombies, and it's all your favorite characters in just these dark, evil forms like Captain America, Daredevil, Iron Man, whatnot, Spider-Man even. Spider-Man has this whole dilemma when his hunger subsides. He is now riddled with guilt because he ate Aunt May and his wife Mary Jane. Again, I love Sean Phillips' art. I love how he draws the zombies in this book. I mean, it's creepy to me. It's really creepy because, first of all, like, they definitely show all of their battle wounds. At one point, Captain America, his own shield chops off the top of his head. And I guess in this story, he's Colonel America. So like he's missing the top of his head through the rest of the book. At one point, Tony Stark gets ripped in half, and so he's only the top half of Iron Man. Stuff like that. So it's gruesome, but like I just think it's just creepy seeing your favorite superheroes. I just love how he draws zombies with the exposed teeth and the just complete white eyes. To me, it's really, really creepy and terrifying. Especially somebody like me who's read these characters since he was a child. So Marvel Zombies was like a huge, huge, huge hit for Marvel. And like most comic book companies, when they have a big hit, they drill it into the ground. They like overdo it. So next came Marvel Zombies 2. Again, some really cool covers here. This one I think is from a Secret Wars, or the original Secret Wars cover, the original miniseries. This issue number 2, he did a lot with like the old Golden Age comic covers. So like this was the first appearance of Human Torch, and like Iron Man's first appearance in Suspense. I think it was Suspense Comics. I don't never remember. This is a cool one of Zombie Silver Surfer holding his head, getting ready to fight Thor. So that one was a 5-issue miniseries. Do I have? Yeah. Am I missing an issue? Hold on. Crap! I'm missing an issue. Man. Either that or it's not in order, or it could be sitting somewhere I'm reading it. So Marvel Zombies 2 is still a pretty big hit because at the end of 1, Galactus shows up and a few of the remaining heroes, the more dominant ones, attack and kill and eat Galacticus, which in turn gives them the power cosmic. So then they fly off into space to find other worlds to devour, and 2 kind of picks up from there. Then you had Marvel Zombies 3. So Marvel Zombies 3, now we don't have Arthur doing the covers at this point. I don't think this is him. Yeah, we don't have him doing the covers anymore, which is a bummer. And now the storyline, I don't remember what universe the zombies end up in, but now it's like zombies versus robots, because you got Machine Man, you got Jocostica, and I think like these ones are all movie parody covers, because this one here kind of has like an Army of Darkness cover to it, either that or Conan, because I guess the Conan could also be, or like Army of Darkness could be considered a parody of Conan. Issue number 2, I'm not sure what issue number 2 was doing, but definitely issue number 3. It's definitely the original Evil Dead, right there, which is pretty cool. Issue 4, that's probably just random, and then issue 5. That I guess it was just 4 issues for 3. And then you have Marvel Zombies 4. And now Marvel Zombies are fighting other monsters in the Marvel Universe, like Man-Thing or Morbius or Werewolf by Night or Hellstorm. So we have Marvel Zombies 4. And now the covers are definitely not as fun. And I'm blanking on some of these on the storylines. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember any of them after the first one. I need to go back and reread these. But, they're still plugging away to the point we've got Marvel Zombies 5. And Marvel Zombies 5 really starts going off the rails when they incorporate Howard the Duck. So, don't get me wrong. I love Howard the Duck. That's not my Marvel Zombies. So you got Marvel Zombies 5. Here's, this is issue 4. So I don't even think I even picked up all the. This is 3. Oh, I know. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. So I'm missing issue number 1 here. I think I have a long box of comics that I don't have bag and boarded yet because I keep running out of bags and boards. So I think some of my missing issues are probably in there. Then there was some one-offs. We got the Magic Trio back doing this issue here of Marvel Zombies Dead Days, which I think is a prequel to everything, where it kind of shows, if I remember this one right, this is the one where it kind of shows the whole start of the zombie apocalypse, and it really kind of starts with the first infection with the Fantastic Four, and how Reed Richards kind of goes mad with the idea of zombies being the next evolution of humanity. Then we start going really crazy where we have Marvel Zombies Evil Evolution, where the Marvel Zombies fight the Marvel Apes. There's like a whole universe where all the Marvel characters are apes. And then there's this one, Marvel Zombies Return. This, I don't remember where this one fits into everything too, but you definitely have some sweet kick-ass covers again by Sudam. You got this one here with Spider-Man on the cover. We got a cool one here with Iron Man. It's just, well, maybe, yeah. This one here is awesome. It's Wolverine. His eyeball is dripping out. It's fun stuff. This one here, Hulk holding everybody up. This one here, everybody fighting Zombie Hulk. Then they had another miniseries. This one was an 8-issue miniseries, and this was Marvel Zombies Supreme, where the Marvel Zombies infect the Squadron Supreme universe, or one of the Squadron Supreme universes. If you don't know who Squadron Supreme is, look it up, Google it, because I already feel like I'm running long on this video. And I can go off on a full tangent on Squadron Supreme. They're awesome. They are Marvel's Justice League ripoff. So here's cover number 1. Again, we still have Sedan doing cool covers. We got Zombie Hyperion, Zombie Power Princess, and Zombie Nighthawk. And then here's issue number 2. No, wait. That's issue number 3. I'm missing issue number 2. Because here's issue number 4, and I'm missing issue number 5. I probably should have looked for all my issues before I started doing this video. But issue number 4 is cool because it's got one of my favorite obscure characters, Jack of Hearts, because he's just got the coolest, gaudiest costume ever. I freaking love Jack of Hearts. That's not all, folks. Because who better to fight zombies than Ash Williams? So now the Marvel Zombie... Well, actually, the Marvel Zombies don't invade Ash's universe. Ash ends up in the Marvel Zombie universe in Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness. Now we're back to doing some parody covers. This is a parody cover of, I think, the first issue of the storyline, Days of the Future's Past, where Wolverine and Kitty Pryde are against the wanted poster of the mutants. But now we have Ash in there joining the fun. Here's issue number 2. I don't think this is a parody cover and all, but it's like, you got Black Widow, Wolverine, Captain America. Issue number 3. This is a parody of a Spider-Man. I think this might be a parody of the Superman versus Spider-Man book from the 70s. And there you got Ash, you got Spider-Man. Issue number 4. It's like the first Captain America Avengers issue where Captain America was resurrected. The parody of that. You got Ash in there as well. And issue number 5. And the thing I remember the most about this whole miniseries is that there is apparently an Ash Williams in every different Marvel universe. Because at one point in the storyline, the Marvel Zombies eat and kill Ash. And then you find out that it was just the Ash of that universe. And the real Ash from his universe was still alive. And the big thing I remember is the ending of this where Ash ends up in the werewolf Marvel universe at the very end. So, yeah, the whole Marvel Zombies thing gets really crazy. I loved every second of it. 5 was a bit of a stretch for me, but all the others I really enjoyed. And my biggest thing is just a big fan of Arthur Sedan's covers. So much so that I met him at a Comic-Con and bought some of his prints. So this is a cool one here. Parody of Secret Wars number 1, where everybody's all zombies here. Here's one. He did the covers for the Ash versus Freddy versus Jason versus Ash books. And this is the one for the second one. I think what's it called? Ashes to Ashes. I can't remember the name of it. But this was like you had 3 different covers, and then this is like the combined of that. The 3 prints. I love this one. I need to still get this one in a frame because I mean, come on, that's like photo quality art there on Bruce Campbell. I got some other prints around here that are on the wall. I didn't grab down for this video. One where he does a zombie parody of Crisis on Infinite Earths issue number 6, where Supergirl dies. That one's really cool because now you're talking, my favorites, the DC universe, and also him doing a parody of my all-time favorite comic book artist, George Perez. And then I have another one where he does a parody of another one of my favorite artists of all time, Norman Rockwell, where it's the cop in the diner picture, but done up as zombies. So I love his stuff. I love the parodies. He's done some really cool Walking Dead prints. There was some other prints there that weren't zombie stuff as well. But his zombie stuff is my favorite, or any of his horror themed stuff is totally awesome. So that's Marvel Zombies, and now I think I'm gonna go. so I can go and read all of these and refresh my memory on this whole Marvel Zombies thing. And it's going to be fun. So there you go. That's Marvel Zombies. That's it for this video, this Patreon video. Thanks for being a Patreon supporter, and we'll talk to you on the next episode of Attack of the Killer Podcast.